With Soft Brown by MAC. And I'm going to be using a Coastal Scents S08 brush. And it looks a little bit like this. And I'm going to be applying that in the upper crease area. And I'm holding the brush downward so that it does the blending. Brush isn't gliding as smoothly as I want through my crease. I actually kind of just hold it here a little bit, and it kind of makes it a little bit easier. Next, I'm going to go in with Saddle by MAC. This is the color N06, and it kind of looks like the other brush, but it's a little bit flatter, you can see here. And I'm going to take that and just put it deep into my crease right here, as you can see. Now to darken the crease just a little bit more, I'm going to be using Corduroy by MAC. That's the color. And I'm going to be using a pencil brush. This one isn't by Coastal Scents, but this is what it looks like. Now, I'm doing it extremely gently so that I don't over apply. I just want it to deepen the crease just a little bit. I don't want anything extreme. Now I'm going to go back in with the last Coastal Scents flat brush that I was using and just kind of blend it out. Color and the same pencil brush, I'm going to be filling in the outer and the inner part of my eye, leaving the middle section blank. I'm putting the darkest part of the color. As soon as you dip your brush into the color, start at the outer corner and drag it in. Alright, and this is what the finished product will look like. As you can see. Now if you see any blank areas, you can go back in and fill them in. Okay. Now from the Reveled palette, here I'm using the Reveal 2 palette by Coastal Scents, and I'm going to use this shimmery shade in the corner for the center of my eyes. I'm going to use MAC Fix Plus on my brush, and the brush I'm using is by Urban Decay. It's a flat synthetic brush, and this is better to apply the glitter with, the glittery shade with. You don't really want it to be even, so don't try to box the color in. You can just pat it back and forth. The Fix Plus is going to help the eyeshadow stay in place and look more vibrant. Now, if you want to add a little bit more glitter to the look, to the center, which I'll show you how to do. This part is completely optional. You don't have to do it because you can just leave it at this. The Pop Glitter Must Have, oh, it's so dirty, I'm sorry. There is a kit that looks like this, and the one that I'm going to be using was right here, and it's like a corally color. I mean, you can use whichever one you want. All I'm going to be doing is taking that same flat brush, and I'm going to spray it again with Fix Plus and dip it into the glitter and apply. Highlight color and apply it to my brow bone. Now I'm going to apply lashes. The ones I'm using are from Socialize. They look a little something like this. To hide the bands, a really thin layer. I'm actually going to be using a brown, and this is, you don't have to buy this because it's not really liner. The Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Chocolate. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to be using a liner brush. They look a little crazy when they're not filled in. I start by outlining them in the shape that I want. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz Pencil, and this is in medium brown. Corduroy by MAC, and it's a brown, but I'm going to do it extremely light because I've never used this one before for my brows. Concealer. This is True Match in Warm, and it's a concealer. I'm going to put it under my brows to clean them up a bit. I drag it across and then drag it down to blend it. And I wipe off the excess. There you go. And I'm going to be using the Tarte, you can see my light, Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation, and this is the 12-hour foundation, and it's in Tan Deep Sand. It's like the second to darkest color that they have. So if you're darker than me, it might not work. I don't do my forehead because my forehead is always super dark. I really don't know why. My forehead is so big, so I think that the sun beams down on my forehead before anything else. It's like a visor. Like, my forehead vises over my face, and I don't get tan as much as my forehead. Alright, so L'Oreal True Match under the eyes. A little on my chin. I try to make my chin look as small as possible. I mean, it's not big, but I don't like to, I see some girls who like extend it across. I feel like it draws attention, it makes it look broader. So I just put a little bit and make it look tiny. A little bit on my nose. And on my forehead. I'm using an e.l.f. small stippling brush. This is what it looks like. My nose with my finger. I don't spread it, I dab it because I want it to look thin. So you dab the foundation there. And to not ruin my eyebrows, I will use my finger here and blend that up. There we go. I'm going to use my Tarte press powder. And it looks like this. It's like in a purple fabric-y material thing. And, yep, a pressed powder. It's a light color to match my under eye. Entrepreneur, I think it's called. Entrepreneur. I don't even know. Like, I want you guys to see how ridiculous this handwriting is. Can't even read it. That's the name of the brand. How am I supposed to see what that says? But it's in Blowtorch 01, and this was from my BoxyCharm box. From the some blush, and this is what it looks like. Looks like that, and it's in the color U4. Because I always overdo it with blush. Same brow bone color, and I'm just going to put it in. Such, you could see my lashes down here now. It's so volumizing, it's crazy. And it has the fibers. The lip liner I'm using is by Bella Pierre. I'm also going to drag it in a little bit. I'll be using MAC's Honey Love. It looks like this in the center.